Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, and welcome to this episode of Fearless Aging, where in every episode, my guests and I, we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can implement immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self so you can go out and make a bigger positive impact in the world. So before I introduce our episode today and our expert guest, I have a question for you. If you've been wondering how well you are aging, well, I have the solution for you. Just go to my main website, agelesslivinglifestyle.com, and right there you can take our free aging assessment. And if you don't like the results, you can book a free call with me and we'll discuss what challenges you're having, and I'll give you some quick and easy solutions to get you going on the right track. So the title of today's episode is a really important one. It's Healthy Aging Starts with the Liver, the overlooked key to longevity. Our expert guest is Isabel Yang. She's a nutrition consultant, a health coach, and a detox expert. She's dedicated to helping motivated individuals take control of their health and age vibrantly. After losing her mother to a preventable illness, she committed to empowering others to make small, meaningful changes that lead to transformational results. Her motto is let the good stuff in and kick the bad stuff out. Through her vibrant health collective and second heart liver cleanse, she helps clients nourish their bodies, eliminate physical and emotional toxins, and restore vitality without reliance on medications. Way to go, Isabel Yang. So thanks so much for being here, Isabel.
Thank you, Rico. Glad to be here. Glad to be talking about the liver.
Yeah, you
That's
do
nice.
such good work and such an important thing. So I think it might be a good way to start is I know everybody knows the liver is important, but I don't think they really understand that it's like the hardest working organ, right? It has over, isn't it right? Has over like 500 functions.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. The liver is amazing. This amazing organ. So if you like, if you're, watching the TV show, just like put your hand right under your right side rib cage. That's where your liver is. It's like
Mhm.
hitting right inside the rib cage, and just give it a little love, and
Yeah.
that's a little tiny organ, and that's about 3 to 4 pounds, and it's the only organ that it can regenerate itself, and it only needs about 25% of its tissue to regenerate. And everybody knows like it's important, but actually what it does, right? So it makes cholesterol. A lot of people think that cholesterol is related to what we eat, which it is, but 70% of the cholesterol is made in the liver. So if
Hmm.
there's high cholesterol, low cholesterol, you gotta look into the liver. And our energy or metabolism, either you're running on ketone or you're running on glucose, the liver has to process and convert to give us energy. And detox, the liver does everything that we ingest, everything that we touch, we breathe in, everything goes through the liver, and the liver help us to filter out. And as we know, there's so many different toxins in our environment today that the liver is really hardworking. It just works really hard to keep us alive.
Yeah,
And
that,
amino acids, right? We need amino acids for good, to build muscle, to build strength, to build ligaments, to have enzyme. And the liver synthesizes protein. It breaks it down. It breaks down the protein that we eat, to the simplest form, and it sends it to different parts of the body to to when it needs it. And also absorption of fat, the different fat, the vitamin A, the D, the omega 3, that's all for good brain health. So the liver produces bile to break all that down so we can use it. So this is just to name a few of the functions, that the vital functions of our liver.
yeah. So in other words, we couldn't live without our liver.
Yeah,
That's
that's for sure. So if you think about the heart is super important. We can't live without the heart, but the heart has
right.
one function: it beats, it
Yeah,
pumps blood,
yeah.
and but the liver stores blood, makes blood, and so it's really got a lot more things to do.
Yeah, yeah, we need to, like you said, give your liver some love and appreciate it. We'll talk about how it also directly affects our brain function, our mental, our mood, and focus, and all those things.
Yeah. So the liver in Chinese medicine, it's the second heart. It's called the second heart. It stores anger, it stores emotion, and stores resentment. So anything that our body keeps score, our body keeps what happens to us, and if there's any trauma, any type of negative emotion, all that is stored in the liver. So it's related
Uh,
to our emotional health, and of course, when our emotion is we're disturbed, and our emotion is not we're not in the best place, so that affects how we function cognitively, right, our memory as well, and also our processing, and to talk about the liver, how it relates to brain health, we have to go back to like toxicity again, like what's in the environment that could that's damaging to our health, and liver being the center of it, it's if it does a great job, it'll filter everything out. But if it's too busy, if it's there's overload, so for example, the water.
Isabel, before we go on, I want our audience to know that you have a great new program coming up in May, and you got a great offer for our audience. So be sure and stay tuned for that, uh, because I know you're going to get some great information today, and you're going to want to learn more and how you can actually really put this all this information to work to improve your great health. And before y'all go, also I wanted to say, that's one thing I really didn't know, that how much the liver stores, as you mentioned, all this stress and mental things. Why is that? You think it would just be all in the heart, so why is it in the liver?
So it stores in the liver. So that's like a Chinese medicine. In according to the Chinese medicine, there is a liver meridian.
Hmm.
So our emotion through our vision and also passes through the liver and goes all the way down to our lower extremity, and just according to Chinese medicine, that's where all that resentment, all that negative emotion, it's
Wow,
stored
wow,
in that's in the liver, and I think it's through experience, it's more like a that's what's said, right, that's Chinese medicine, but it's through experience how I felt it, because I do liver flushes myself and I lead people through liver flushes, and it just after you flush out, after you clean out the liver, you clean out the bile, you just feel like a big weight have lifted, like
wow.
emotionally, like if, that the weight has lifted, and some of the trauma that's been encountered in the past, and you're like more, at least me and my clients were able to let it go, and that's how we have experienced how um, liver stores emotion, and it's very intentional. It's very
Mm.
intentional that in this certain period of time, we're going to take care of the liver, and we're also going to take care of the emotions that's stored in the liver. So
Wow,
I
that
think it's more like an experience that we collectively, that how we have felt.
wow, that's some really good information. I do a little routine in the morning called heart brain coherence. And so now I'm going to add the liver in there. I'm going to start I'm going to do a heart liver brain coherence. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's like sometimes when I meditate or when I'm sleeping, I would put one hand on the heart and then I'll put the other hand on my liver.
Okay. I'm
And
start doing
yeah,
that. Yeah. That's
yeah.
so good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Again, I think another thing to just realize, what Isabel just said was, it's well known that what manifests in our physical body as an illness begins in our mental emotional state. And so if you're having a lot of negativity, or a lot of any kind of uh, emotional upset, that really affects all your health of your body. So again, that's another really important reason to take care of your liver.
Yeah. So the liver is like people don't talk about it that much. People know it's important, but they just don't realize how important that is. And with the, the water that we drink, and hope nobody's drinking tap water. If
Yeah.
you're drinking tap water, it's time to change to like reverse osmosis or distilled water. And in the toothpaste, some people have fluoride. A lot
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
brands have fluoride in our toothpaste. And the food that we eat, you can eat all organic food, but glyphosate, it's spread on the freeway, on in the parks, like
Yeah.
everywhere. And it's just like there's no way to avoid toxicity and this day and age, right? Everything we touch, right, from the couch that we sit on, from the bed that we sleep in, it could offset off gassing some of the chemicals that they put in. So and the liver has to do all that work to make sure that, hey, our body stays clean and you keep healing and you stay active and do the things that you want to do.
Yeah, there's so many toxins in our environment these days, but also in our food. Talk about some of the foods that are really detrimental to the liver.
Yeah. So, first of all, eat organic if you can eat
Yeah.
organic as possible. And oil. Be very, very careful with the oil that you use. We need oil. We need good quality fat, right? We need quality fat so that our brain can work. And our brain is 70% fat. So, good olive oil, good avocado oil, but they're hidden inflammatory oils that cause inflammation. For example, if you eat any type of packaged food, you really want to see what the ingredients: sunflower, safflower seed oil, palm oil, canola oil. It's all like hidden in the sauces, in the dressing, and so you have to be really careful with that. So oil is a big one. And fry food, right? There's a smoke point. Every oil has a smoke point. Once
Mhm.
it goes above the smoke point, including olive oil, that it becomes damaging. It's oxidative. So, like for example, olive oil smoke points 375. It's great. So when I bake, if I bake with olive oil, I don't turn my oven above 375. And flaxseed oil is super healthy, super nourishing for the brain, for the whole body, but it's very delicate. Its
Mhm.
smoke point is like 200. So there's certain oils that you don't cook.
I
Um,
think I think avocado oil has the highest smoke point.
yes, and it's a smoke point is about 500. Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is,
So
really, you should never heat oils, any
no.
oil, very much.
Mhm.
What I learned a long time ago, if you're cooking, or if you're doing in like a walk, you can cook with just water. Things cook with water, and then you add your oil afterwards. You don't need to cook with oil, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So oil is one of them that's just very damaging. And another thing is also why anything processed, right? Anything
Yeah,
processed, like
yeah.
the pasta, the bread, or if sugar is another one. Sugar is another one, unnatural, like artificial sweetener or dry fruit, right? Dry fruit, it's deceiving. It's like I'm eating fruit, right? It's got all these nutrients, but it's the sugar content is really really high, and it'll disrupt your gut bacteria. It disrupts your metabolism. So like dry fruits, it's you have to be careful with that as well.
Yeah. Again, I think that's the simplest message is you've got to get highly processed foods as much as you can out of your diet, and just my very first book was called Real Food Real Fast, and the key
Yeah.
is to eat real food. You don't even have to, real food doesn't have a label. You don't have to read and see if it's got all kind of toxic stuff in it. It's not that there's not some packaged foods that are okay, right? But if you just eat real food, and that's organic fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and some healthy grains and some healthy animal products if you eat animal products. So it just gotta it's so important for the health of your liver to eat real food, right?
Yeah, it's like anything you can't pronounce, don't
Yeah,
eat it. Anything that
yeah,
sounds like a chemical, don't
yeah,
eat it.
yeah. We don't need extra chemical. I have a question for you. All those oils like sapphire oil and palm oil and sunflower seed oil. First of all, why do they call them vegetable oils? They're actually seed oils.
They
Why
are.
why are they called vegetable oils?
Well, I don't have an answer for you. I guess
Yeah.
people more commonly just know, like, they're vegetable oils, and they're actually, yeah,
Maybe,
they're actually
I
seed
just thought,
oil.
what I just thought of?
Yeah.
It's probably by the oil companies because everybody knows vegetables are good for you.
Uh-huh.
So let's call it vegetable oils, and everybody will take it then because it's vegetable oils.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. Just
It,
deceptive marketing as usual, right?
it is. It is. And then there's another thing, hydrogenated
Oh
oil.
yeah, that's the worst.
Hydrogenate oil is it's they just insert an extra molecule into the oil, so it prolongs the shelf life. And
Mhm.
in a package, if it's less than, I think it's less than 0.5 gram, they do not have to
Mm.
disclose that. They do not have to, on the label it won't say, but you have to read the ingredient to find out, to know that, oh, there is hydrogenated oil. So you just have to be very careful
Yeah,
if
that's
you eat any processed food. But the best thing is, don't eat anything out of the box. Something grow on
yeah,
the
yeah.
from the ground or on the tree.
Well, at least as much as possible. At least
Mhm.
80% or more if you're eating really good, healthy, real food. Because there are some, fairly healthy things that are somewhat processed and come in packages and all that. But like just basically eat. That's more than anything else. That's the most important thing for good health is to eat clean and eat healthy, real food, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a short 60-second message. And when we come back, we're going to ask Isabel about her detox programs and how to do some of those things and all the benefits of those things. So we'll be back here in just about 60 seconds.
Now, in just 17 minutes, you can get and stay fit and look and feel your best for life. This will be a life-changing and life-saving experience for you. Yes, it's true. Scientific studies have shown the Fast Fit 17 system is the fastest way to achieve maximum results in the shortest amount of time. This is a true fitness breakthrough. This system was developed particularly for busy people over 40 who know they need and want to get into better shape and have more energy, but feel they don't have the time. Now, time is no longer an issue. We want everyone to take advantage of this fitness breakthrough. So, for a limited time, you can get the entire program for only $17. So don't miss out. Order now at fastfit17.com.
All right. We are back with Isabel uh, Yang. She's a nutritionist and a liver detox expert. So, Isabel, tell us about some of the simple technique that you can do to detox your liver at home, and then maybe talk about some of the more advanced ways how you help people go on a real longer term detox.
Okay. Yeah. So we already talked about food, right? Eating clean, organic, non-processed, and high in fiber. Right. That's how your body will detox. So high in fiber is really important, and drink clean water is important. And also removing sugar, removing rancid fat, removing processed food. Another thing you can do is castor oil. Castor oil is very healing to the liver. So you can do a castor oil pack, which you can buy like a liquid castor oil and buy it in a glass bottle, because then you don't get that plastic leach into the oil. So get it in a glass bottle, and you can get a simple, like a cloth, and just dip a few tablespoons of castor oil, and just put the cloth on your liver with the castor oil, and put a hot water bottle, some kind of heating method, and just you can support your liver that way with the castor oil pack. Or there are also castor oil rollers that you can get. It's easier. Then you just kind of roll on the castor oil and put a hot water bottle with a t-shirt, and that's one way to support the liver. Another way to support the liver is when you
Well, Isabel, let me ask you. I mean, do you need to do that just like overnight or just one
You
time
can
or
do
what?
that for like 10, 15 minutes or
Oh,
overnight. Sometimes I
okay.
do it overnight before I go to bed, and I put castor oil on and I wear an old t-shirt. So just make sure that you wear like an old t-shirt. Your
Oh,
bedding
okay.
isn't like, like your favorite one. So sometimes it might leach into
Oh,
the
okay.
bedding. Few like 10-20 minutes up to a couple hours was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. Another thing is when you eat anything bitter. Anything bitter is good for the liver, like dandelion, arugula. It's good for the liver. It's good for digestion. So I usually like to take a few bites of the really really bitter vegetables when I'm cooking. So it preps my digestion. It kind of sends a message to the liver, to the digestive system. Hey, food is coming. Start working. And bitter is good. Like beets are really good as well. And so that's kind of on the food, and also massaging it, right? Also massaging the liver area is also really good. And another thing, if you're like a more advanced technique, is doing coffee enemas. So coffee enemas, some of you may be new to coffee enemas, but coffee enemas been around for a long time. So coffee enema and colonics are different. So when you go do a colonic, it clears out your colon. That's what it does, and which is really good. But a coffee enema, what happened is the coffee, the polemic acid in the coffee actually stimulates bile flow. And I'll talk a little bit more about bile. So with bile flow, that's what liver produces to take the toxin out of the body. Is we need bile, we need fiber. So
Mm-hmm.
coffee enema is a technique to increase bile flow, increase elimination of bile, and also build or increase our glutathione production, which is our master antioxidant. So coffee enema has like really great benefits. So that's a more advanced technique, but it's very powerful.
Let me ask you about. I still do it once in a while. Is I think you can do it like at night before you go to bed. Just like you get a cup of warm water and put a couple tablespoons of olive oil, lemon juice, and then maybe you could put like they should put like a little cayenne pepper in there, and that's supposed to be a good flush for your liver.
So that will give your liver a reason to release bile because from the oil.
Okay.
And so that's really good too. So it's like good olive oil. So that's a way to nourish the liver too. That's actually a way to for signals your body to release bile, which
Okay.
which helps with elimination.
Does it also help with detoxing the liver a bit? Or
Yes, it
okay.
helps to detox the liver.
All right. Well, tell us about some of the programs that you offer people and what's all involved and all the benefits.
Yeah. So I have a liver cleanse. So liver cleanse only happens a couple times a year. So it's called the Second Heart Liver Cleanse. It's all about supporting the liver and flushing out old bile and building new bile. So that's the program that's focused on the liver. And I also have a new program which I'm really excited about, is that like Rigo, like you, people, when you take consistent actions, and a lot of time we're we live in a busy world, so a lot of times we don't have a lot of time to do many things. So this new program is called Vibrant Health Circle. It's about taking small but impactful action. So I do like a coaching call, a master class once a month, and a coaching call once a month, so that you understand. For example, one of the coaching calls is going to be on water, how important, where do you source good water, what do you do
Mhm.
about finding and make sure that at least your water is clean. That's just for example. Another class could be about coffee enema. So just taking these small step, consistent steps, and also provide a recipe as well each month for you to experiment and add it into your lifestyle. So that's a Vibrant Health Circle that I am starting on May 1st, which is going to be a community program with community support. And I'm super excited about that. And of course, in there, it's going to have a vibrant reset process, which is all about how you can personalize your detox roadmap. Everyone is different. Everybody needs different things.
Mhm.
And so I will teach you the members, how do you plan your own detox so that it doesn't backfire? Because when someone detox and we're not prepped, the body is not ready, then it could backfire. You can experience headaches, sluggishness, low energy. But if you prepare your body the right way, then you're energized, your brain, your focus is better, your brain runs better, your metabolism, lower cholesterol. So everything is better when you
Yeah.
can detox the right way.
And we'll put that link in the show notes here in the description, so you can contact it. And I know you got a special. You can join the first month for just $1. So I highly recommend you sign up for her class. So Isabel, that was so good. Thanks for all that great information, and thank you for the great work that you're doing. I really appreciate having you on here.
Well, thank you. I'm very inspired by you, like all the things that you're doing. And, you can be just great. You can be very healthy at any age. So you
At
definitely
any
is,
age, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I
Well,
love that.
well, thank you so much. So if you enjoyed today's episode, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging TV show. And also, I like to end all of our show with knowledge without action is useless. So you got to step up and take action on what you learned today. All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.